What's up, guys? This is James at Locking the Value talking to you today about the wonderful world of crypto. We have seen a brutal sort of few days where a lot of projects have had major dips. We know why though. The contracts were expiring for the options on Bitcoin, and $6 billion. It was going to have a major impact on the market. The bears and the bulls have been fighting it out to try and secure their put or call options on those contracts. And I'm really happy to see Bitcoin holding steady above 50K. That was going to be a real tough sort of battle there, and it seems to be holding steady. I mean, I'm recording this at 1 p.m, so hopefully 8 hours later it's still going to be above 50 grand. As always, the spreadsheet's updated, guys. Theta's still doing well. Theta's still doing bloody well. Everything else had somewhat of a pullback. Phantom has, but DeFi generally has had a bit of a pullback. Of the 26 coins I've spoken about in depth on the channel, all of them, bar Grin, are up. So if you'd have invested $100 into each one of the 26 coins, that would cost you $2,600, and you'd be in profit for $29,000, which is pretty tasty. Okay, and I'm not in most of these anymore. I'm in a few, but not most of them. I'm not in anymore. I sold at profit and I put it into other projects. That's what I constantly do. It's what I share on Copy My Crypto. Big FYI for anyone that's a Copy My Crypto member, guys. Video went out couple of hours ago about a really low cap crypto that I think has some serious room to go. I'm really quite excited about it, actually, and you know that the coin that I spoke about last week is still up over 60% from when I did the video, which is fairly staggeringly good considering we're on a bear market. So check out Copy My Crypto if you're not a member, and guys, if you are, get on there now and check out the coin that I'm trading in to. Okay, right, let's get into the news, guys. Let's get into the news. So obviously today's going to be an interesting day in terms of how the market shakes out. It's going to be a precarious one because of all these contracts. But either way, I'm super bullish about what's going to happen in April and May. April and May are always good months for crypto. They always have been, and we look like we're set for a sort of super cycle in the altcoin market. So I'm really looking forward to next month. I also did a video earlier this month where I said I think Bitcoin is sort of next real big target is about 78 grand. So let's see if that lands. But I'm fairly confident that in April that will, and if not April, May. But whales aren't selling, they're buying Bitcoin, and Bitcoin pushes the market. What I actually want to get into today is Ethereum and potential alternatives. I'm seeing tons of videos on YouTube of people going, well, Ethereum, this news is going to make Ethereum explode, this news is going to make Ethereum explode. And, to be fair, I've done it. Yeah, I spoke about the Chainlink, about the fact that at the beginning of the month, the fact that Chainlink should really help the scaling, which has not come to fruition. And a lot of people are really optimistic about the scaling solutions. However, I'm not optimistic about optimism, and that's a good joke. The optimism rollout doesn't look like it's going to happen. Not till July now. The breaking news for today, March 26th. The Optimism team has their new rough estimate for the launch of the network's mainnet is now July. Now that is a big dent to Ethereum because fundamentally we all know what the issue is with Ethereum, don't we? Yeah, it's the transaction fees, the gas wars have caused most retail investors not to be able to use Uniswap or any of the other, it's almost made most of those DeFi projects really not valuable to your retail customers, right? So a delay in this is going to fundamentally, I believe a delay in the Ethereum price push. Okay, Ethereum's going to do well in the bull run. There's just no doubt, right? It already has, but it's going to do well, and I still think 3 to 6 grand is sort of the minimum. Like 3 grand is the minimum, but 6 grand, I think, is fairly likely for Ethereum. But I don't know if it can move much beyond that. And the longer stuff like this is delayed, the slower the markets, like the worse that Ethereum's going to do in the market. And that's something that you have to consider. Like if you're investing in Ethereum, long-term Ethereum's great. No, I'm not arguing against Ethereum. I like Ethereum, but in the short term, there are better options, I believe. Okay. And of course, everyone's entitled to their opinion, but without these rollouts, without getting the layering solutions implemented, we're going to see slow growth in Ethereum and stagnant. It might stagnate altogether. We might not see much growth at all. It will once this happens, but we're talking July as a rough estimate. Okay, that's 4 months, or 3 and a bit months. Okay, so in that time, in that short term 3 months, you could strengthen your position in Ethereum, right? That's a real option. Because I don't think the price is going to move hugely, right? It might break past 2.3 again, and sort of tackle that level. But if it doesn't, what's the alternatives? So Solana is a serious competitor in the sense that it's a great smart contract platform. OKX and MXC have invested 40 million into the DeFi arms race. Now, more money coming into Solana to develop that ecosystem and add in DeFi projects is very good news. And there's a Solana investment in the short term could be very, very good. Okay, depends how quickly the projects emerge, the DeFi projects emerge. But I hate the Ethereum killer thing. You see it everywhere at the moment. Avalanche is another one that people talk about as well. Avalanche is good, right? But Solana, they've got Oxygen is one of the newest ones. Oxygen, I would have liked to have tried to get in on the ICO, but I couldn't even get up to it, or missed it rather. But Solana is a potential, right? Your other one is Cardano. Now, Cardano is a bit of a different one because Cardano at the moment there's not been any building. Okay, like not any significant building, and we want to see some significant sort of building on Cardano. So, most of it at the moment is speculation. Like we're speculating about price and hoping that it's gonna move, and we're speculating based on the developments that they should do on that network. I firmly believe Cardano is going to end up being exceptional. It already is very good, but there's not projects being built. We want to see some DeFi on there. We want to see some NFTs on there. Like we want to start seeing projects built on Cardano where we can see how well does Cardano work? What are the fees like for transactions? But even just on a speculative basis, Cardano looks like it's ready for an upswing again. And there's multiple different news outlets saying this. They're looking at reclaiming an upswing at 21% here, there. And even the Cardano founder has said that he's exploring NFTs ahead of the Alonso hard fork for Cardano. So, and it may support NFT marketplaces. Like that's a big piece of news. Yeah. And that was it really. I'm not doing an enormous deep dive here. I just wanted to sort of get people to bear in mind, right? If we're investing in a market, you've got multiple ways you can look at a market. You can look at it in a long term or a short term. I do both, right? So guys on Copy My Crypto know some of my positions are long positions because fundamentally I think there are coins that are just going to have success. But then I do trades for the short term or for shorter terms because I think that there's big room to run in that space of time. And how you invest, everyone's different. But Ethereum to me right now, and I like Ethereum, fundamentally, I really like Ethereum, but I think it will run less than some of the other smart contract platforms over the next couple of months. Like once we start seeing big news about the development of the scaling solutions, whether it's optimism or anything to do with sharding or whatever, right? If we start seeing those news stories come out, no doubt Ethereum will have a run because it will be, or when we start seeing those rumors come out, because it's buy the rumor, sell the news. That's the phrase. But in the short term, I think people have got to consider potentially a different chain in terms of smart contracts. I mean, Binance chain, like Binance Smart Chain, is very, very good, and the fees are just really minimal. So it's a great, great chain, and it's worth a look. But yeah, that was it really. It was actually just me musing on thoughts, and you can like it or you can hate it, but that was just it for me today. Um, yeah. Anyway, check out Copy My Crypto again, guys. If you're members, please check your email and the video. You'll know about the trade that I've made, or the most recent trade I've made. I had a look at it. It's already starting. It already seems like it's ready to pick up momentum. So check it out. Really small cap. We took a really small cap. So there's a nice little gem. So check it out. And if you're not on Copy My Crypto, have a look. Okay, guys? That's it from me. Have a lovely day, and hopefully let's have a green weekend, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.